How was your field trip, Miss Huddle?
Mrs. Sexton, I just parked my horse, tied it up to the flagpole, and we had the best time. I can't wait for you to travel back in time tomorrow.
That's awesome. I can't wait. But before I can go on my field trip, I have to do my homework. And I'm actually doing Thursday night's homework tonight because I know that I'm going to be really tired tomorrow after my field trip. So if you're in Mrs. Sexton's class or Mrs. Sugar's class, it might be a good idea to work on your homework tonight so that tomorrow when you're tired from our day in 1889,
tired pilgrim,
then we won't have to worry about it then.
Good.
Yeah. So my problem says Mrs. Mitchell had $100, and after buying 4 board games, she had $52 left. How much did each board game cost? We're supposed to draw a bar model and solve it.
Okay. So here's what we know. The total was $100.
Okay, so I'm going to start by drawing the bar since we have our total. And my whole bar, 100's a lot, so I'm going to draw a long bar.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, and that whole bar is equal to $100. Which is how much money Mrs. Mitchell had. And then she spent some of it, but she didn't spend all of it.
Right.
How much did she spend?
She, well, that's what we have to find out.
Okay.
But she had $52 left over
So
that she could save.
That's part of her $100, right? So I'm going to split my bar about down the middle because it's about even. And she got $52 back.
Was her change. And so then the rest of the money she can buy 4 games with.
That's all her change. The rest of the money she can buy 4 games with.
So, yeah, so we have to take the rest.
So the rest of this money is going to be for games. And it's going to be for 4 games. So I'm going to divide my bar model into 4 different parts.
That's a good idea.
All right, yeah. And I need to figure out the value of each part, but I also need to figure out, how do I do that? How do I figure out how much that is?
We have to know the difference between the 2 sections. We have to know the difference between the whole 100 and the 52 section. So we need to find the difference.
So that means I have to subtract.
I think so. Let's do it.
So to find that pink part of my bar model, I have to do 100 minus 52. I'm going to say that divide 52 into 50 and 2, and I'm going to say that I know that 100 minus 50 is 50, and then 50 minus 2, I just count backwards from 50, 49, 48. All right, so I've got 48, so I know that this pink part of my bar is 48, and I can double check by making sure that 48 and 52 equal 100. 50 and 40 is 98, and 2 is 10. 90 and 10 is 100, Perfect. So I'm right. Just a little extra.
Doesn't it feel so
check.
much more simple when you know the 2 parts in the whole?
Yeah.
Because now we know what her change was, and we know how much she spent on board games. Now what do we have to do?
Now I have to figure out the value of each game or each part, and I see each game and each part. By looking here, I can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 parts that together make 48. So I can choose to use either multiplication or division. If I use multiplication, I'm saying that I have 4 groups of something that I don't know, and that equals 48.
So 4 times some number.
Or 48 divided by 4 is going to give me my answer. I'm going to count by 4s. To see how many 4s I would need to get 48. Does that work? Do you want to count with me?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, you're a better singer, so will you sing it with me?
I will.
All right, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40,
Mrs.
44.
Sexton, I'm at 10 now. That's okay.
We're at 10.
And that's 40. Okay, so then 11 would be 44.
And 12 is 48.
Oh.
So 4 times 12 is 48. My scholars actually just tack 44 and 48 onto the end of the song. So
I like that.
Yeah, we go, it's kind of like our cha-cha-cha.
Oh, nice.
40,
44,
48.
Cha-cha-cha.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I like that
All
because
right,
then we can multiply all the way through 12.
All the way through 12. So we know that Mrs. Mitchell paid $12 for each of her board games. 12.
Not too bad.
12, 12, 12. All right. So Mrs. Mitchell spent $12 for her board game. Now, shall we make our scholars a challenge problem for
Scholar
today?
high five. No, teacher high five. Give the teacher high five.
Let's make them
Let's
one
do
of
it.
those. Here's your challenge.
Boy, this is a sweet looking challenge.
Super sweet. I'm so excited about this trip. It says 112 third graders get to go to the Bernhard Museum. Lucky you guys. 58 went today. The rest will go tomorrow and will be split into 6 groups. How many scholars will be in each group? If you bring it back tomorrow, correctly solved, you'll get a...
Teacher high five. Give your teacher high five.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
Looking forward to our field trip tomorrow.
Looking forward to working hard tomorrow and reminiscing about all the good memories.
And looking forward to our math test on Friday.
Woohoo!